I'm here with a legend, a rock god, frontwoman of award-winning Evanescence, Amy Lee. How are you?
Great, thanks for having me.
Oh no, it's good to see you. Now, you're about to release Evanescence's third album, self-titled, and we've not seen you for about 5 years or so. What's been going on?
Plenty. Honestly, at first I just need to wait for inspiration. I think a lot of people put it like, what took so long?
Yeah.
And at first, you know, I kind of needed to just be okay with not ever doing it again if that's what was the right thing to do for me. Evanescence has been totally like the center of my life since I was a teenager. So I just gotten married at the end of the last tour. So I wanted to be married and like live in my home for more than a week at a time. We like nested, cooked for friends, went and watched music and other people were playing and just got inspired. I started taking concert harp lessons.
Wow.
Yeah, I talked about it like several times, like, you know what, I think I want to take up a new instrument. I really did. Maybe the harp, it's so beautiful. I've never even like touched one, because the only time you ever see one is like in a hotel lobby and you feel bad touching it.
And you want to go and go,
yeah, totally. Yeah, my husband like listened and it got me one for Christmas that year, and I was like,
what a Christmas present, by the way.
Well, I know. Showstopper. So yeah, that took the cake. So I just got really into it and it was really fun. I mean, I've played piano my whole life, so it was cool to just be learning again, you know, and it's sort of in the same family. So anyway, I did all that and then just started writing music. I mean, it's kind of what I do. So at the end of the day, like however hard I try to run away from things,
this
is who I am.
Homing back in on it.
This is who I am. So honestly, for the past 2 years, solid, really, I've been working on this music.
Okay, now in a recent interview, apparently you said that the album is inspired by your relationship with your fans. Any sort of key tracks on the album that we should kind of look out for to really illustrate that?
Well, it's sort of like this. Actually, it's more like my relationship with Evanescence itself. Like the whole thing, like that in my life. The songs are about all kinds of things. I mean, there's one song actually that was inspired by the tsunami in Japan. Songs about my personal life, you know, as always, and relationships, love and loss. Yeah, actually, the reason for the self-titled was sort of like, been going through this phase for the past year or so, just wanting badly to come back to this and missing the fans and remembering all the things about this that are so dear to me. You know, we've worked so hard for such a long time. It's weird that it's been like over a decade now that I've been doing this. It's really weird, actually, because I don't feel that old. But it's so cool because now that we're coming back and getting into it, seeing the same faces. Like, we have fans that have really been around and that are just fans for life. That's such a huge thing. So cool. We're so lucky to have them.
And you must be, you know, they must be just so glad to have you back. It must be like,
it feels
yes!
like it. It feels like it, yeah.
What reception did you get from the lead single, What You Want?
I mean, I think they love it. I actually haven't heard anything negative, which is awesome. I mean, maybe they just don't want to say it to my face. No, they seem really excited. We're excited. You know, I think the rule is make something that you love, and we're not all so different. Somebody else is going to love it too, and we love the new album. And so I think so far, yeah, people are liking the first song. Now,
sound-wise, there's talk of it, you know, inspired by MGMT, Portishead. No?
Well, no. Here's the thing. Actually, electronic music has always been in Evanescence. As we were getting here, so like in the past few years, I just tried a lot of new things, and I spent some good solid time writing music that was very different from Evanescence. I wanted to like kind of just spread my wings and try things and fail or not and whatever, you know. And a lot of songs were written in a really kind of electro world way. It was more like solo stuff, some of it. Some of it made it through and is on the album and has just evolved over time and been worked on with the band and made into a full thing. But actually, at the end of the day, the thing that we really honed in on past that phase in the writing was the band, was making it more of a band record than ever, making the core music really tight and strong and, I don't know, badass. That's kind of the point. We're just like having fun with it, just rocking, and it just rocks. It's like a up band album, hence the self-titled. So, yeah, there is that electronic stuff, definitely, but I don't think it's so much at the forefront anymore. I think that the electronic stuff is the cool new element, along with some of the attitude from the vocals. But it's Evanescence. It's a band record more than anything else. Amy Lee from Evanescence, and we're in Gibson Studios, London, and you're watching Gibson.com.
The piano.
Yeah.
You have a Baldwin piano at home, right?
Yes.
Who inspired you to start first playing the piano?
Mozart. Honestly, okay, that's what inspired me to get serious about it. I love music. I grew up around music. My dad plays guitar and now many other instruments, but my mom used to play the piano and I always wanted to really bad. I remember feeling like sad, actually. She tells it, I kind of don't totally remember it, but she said I was like 6 or 7 years old and I was like sitting by her at the piano and she was playing the Beatles or something, actually. And I started crying, and she was like, "What?" And I said, "I just wish that I could do that. Like, I wish I could just put my hands on the piano and play like you."
How old were you?
Like
around
7.
6 or 7, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And back then, I used to always just like pick out what I'd hear on TV and stuff.
So kind of by ear, you'd be playing.
Yeah, and then I started taking piano lessons at 9. And when I got really, really inspired, it was that movie Amadeus. I think my grandma showed it to me when I was around that age, 8 or 9 or something, and I was obsessed with it. Like, obsessed with that music, obsessed with the idea of being like a mad genius composer, which obviously you don't naturally evolve into. You're kind of born being Mozart. But that was my first really big inspiration.
And now the band, is synonymous with the
Yeah.
The piano sound,
Yeah.
which is fantastic. Many American legends, such as Jerry Lee Lewis and, Fats Domino performed on the Baldwin. If there was anyone you could do a duet with, piano-wise, who would it be?
Tori Amos.
Oh, that would be sick.
I love her.
You two together, man.
I mean, I can't keep up with her. I mean, she plays crazy good, but it would be awesome. We could have a dueling piano part.
You heard it first here. If that happens,
Do it.
I want full credit.
I'm in. Let's please do it.
Now, you've toured the world. You've sold in excess of 20 million records, Grammy Awards, lots of boxes ticked. Is there anything that you'd like to do that you've not done yet? Maybe like venue-wise, I've never played at this venue, I'd like to play at this venue.
That is exactly. We really want to hit all the countries where we have fans. There's a lot of them that we still haven't gotten to yet. It's funny, when we tour, it's really worldwide. There's only like one continent we haven't been to. Antarctica.
Oh, really?
Which is really funny. Yeah. So I'm not trying to go to Antarctica. No, that's not what I was going to say. But there's these cities and places where I can see now, especially that the internet's become so huge. I get tweets all the time from crazy places that I would love to go to if it can make it happen. I'm like, oh, okay, the fans want us to come to Indonesia and Iceland and Ireland and all these places, plus the places we just want to visit. So I made a big list. We're going to try our best to hit all those places that we really want to hit where they want us.
A Twitter list.
Yeah, my twit list.
Now, speaking of Twitter, you're on Twitter, of course. About 200,000 or so followers and counting.
Yeah.
How have you, how's it been? Have you kind of really embraced the social media world, or have you just done it because,
No,
musicians
I like
do
it.
it? Or...
I like Twitter. I mean,
it's fun, right?
Yeah, it's easy. I mean, keep it short. You have to.
You have to.
So
no,
it's
that's annoying, but
so it's kind of nice though because it just keeps it concise and it makes
otherwise
it about
it'd be like essay
hey,
time.
Yeah. So I like it because it sort of lets us share stuff. We get excited too. So long, we've been working on this stuff. We know the fans are anticipating the album, and it's so hard sometimes because like, oh, I can't wait. I want to share this with them so bad. And you can at least share little moments, like when we're at the video shoot for a little second, be like, hey, check it out or whatever. So.
It's useful for that, isn't it? Just talking to thousands of people in a few seconds.
And they get so excited. And it's so fun to watch them get excited. It makes you more excited.
Yeah, see all the replies and be like...
Yeah.
And speaking of replies, @SilentlyBroken asks, if you could pick any band to cover an Evanescence song, who would it be and which song would you like them to cover?
Whoa, that's hard. That's a hard question.
It's a good one, right?
I like it when bands do covers of things that are just like completely different than what they normally do. So maybe if it was something just totally off the wall, what's like the opposite of our music? I'm thinking. Man, that's hard. It's got to be somebody that's singing too, though. Can't be like a scream, could it?
Who could
like
we
a
get?
rap?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if
Eminem
that's
doing
really
like,
possible.
I don't know.
Okay, how about Depeche Mode?
Oh, that'd be
That's
good.
not that different. I love them. Oh man,
So it'd be
love
more
to
because you love them,
with
be like,
them.
oh,
Yeah, that would make my world. Any song that they would want to do would be fine with me.
that sounds decent. Amy_Lee, Brazil. So yes, it's and before I ask you a question, it's nice, isn't it, when you've got like someone who names himself after you on
Hi,
Twitter.
me. What's up?
So Amy Lee Brazil wants to know when are you going to release those electro songs that you recorded with Steve Lillywhite in 2010, and any plans to tour Brazil? Ah, another one from the
I
Twit
know.
list.
Well, we go to Brazil all the time. That's definitely a place that we've been. They just can't get enough. They're
Rio
so
specifically, she
good
said.
there. Okay, Rio. We're going to be there for Rock in Rio in October.
Oh yes, of course, Rock and Rio.
So we talked about it a little bit. I mean, part of getting to where we finally got to when we made the album was going in the studio for a minute and working on some of those more electro songs. Some of them are on the album, so you're going to hear them pretty soon.
So there's our answer.
Yeah,
I
you
like
go.
it. Now, you're touring Europe in November for the first time in a minute.
Yes.
What can people expect from the live shows?
I'm still putting it together, actually. We have to rehearse.
Oh.
But that's after this. Promo tour, then rehearsals, then tour. But we did just play 2 little one-off shows that went really well. What can they expect? I feel like we're just playing the songs the best that we can to make them feel like the record. This record especially is written for live, kind of. So many of the songs we worked on as a group together, and we're thinking about the way that we want to play them live. I just think there's going to be a lot of energy. Yeah.
So lots of energy.
Lots of energy. It's going to be great. I'm not really sure we're going to do with the set or anything yet. I was kind of thinking lasers. Never used
Ooh.
lasers. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be really good.
Yeah.
So a lot of energy with lasers.
Maybe, yeah.
Sounds decent. And finally, Twitter question-wise,
Okay.
at Gibson Guitar UK, are you following them?
Oh, no. I'm going to
Gotta
have
follow
to
them.
today. Now I'm under pressure. Okay.
And they want to know whether you're going to ask your fans to follow them as well.
Okay, well, they will if I follow you. Then they'll follow me. Yeah.
Love it. Okay. And finally, let's bring it back to music.
Okay.
Favourite track of all time, I'd love to know.
Oh, wow. Can you even do that?
I know it's hard.
I mean,
I make little kind of top tens of things. It's
I
really
like
difficult.
so many different things about music. It's almost like I'd want to pick one thing from each genre, but that would take way too long. Trying to think of like the song I've listened to most of my life. Honestly, it's probably a Michael Jackson song. Weird. I know that
Legendary, yeah.
that's cool now, you know, because everybody's having this
but I mean,
revival. But I have loved Michael
How
Jackson
can you not love him? I mean,
so much my whole life. Like, definitely took some inspiration from him on this record. Like, I'm trying to think what song I would pick. You're probably gonna think I'm cheesy, but I really like Man in the Mirror.
I love that. It is
Such a good song, and it's so uplifting and awesome. That song makes me cry.
Oh, Emily, thank you so much.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
You gonna come to the show?
Yes, can
Do
I?
it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. I'll
November,
get you in. I'll
Hammersmith?
Hook it up. Yeah.
I'll be there.
You gotta be there.